a lot quicker than when we made the album, but that's good, that's progress. So hello, welcome to the vlog. I'm down here in the studio, it's Friday morning. We have just had a Castra kind of songwriting session, I guess you'd call it. Kind of more like an arrangement demo making thing. A couple of songs that we've been working on for the past month or so, and just bashing out what that sounds like. So yeah, it's a process of playing, of recording, of editing, of listening back, repeating the process until you get something that you go, yeah, that works. And so yeah, so one of the things with Castra, which probably isn't of interest to you, but if you're a guitarist maybe it is, I've ended up playing this guitar in drop C. So if you have a look here, we've got C, G, C, F, A and D. And that's different from a normal guitar tuning, which would go like E, A, D, G, B, E. That makes it fun when you're communicating what chord. Tanner's playing the bass in the standard tuning. So that's a good first thing in the morning, kind of, kind of get your head around it. Anyway, that is a by the by. Thought we'd do a little catch up on stuff that's going on here down in the studio. So the Castra stuff, that's going on. At the other end of the scale, I made a backing track yesterday for a recording we're going to do of a hymn for one of the radio shows. And let me see if I can find it for you. So that's slightly different than the usual kind of thing that I'm recording down here in the studio. But that's going to be finished off by the time you've seen this. That's going to be on a radio show and probably be on the internet. You better find it. If it is, I'll try and make sure there's a link on the end of this video. So yes, season 5 of Perspectiva, the radio show from the local church here in Yaitsa, is now back on local radio, and you can go to the YouTube channel Perspectiva ECJ and ECJ if and you can find the content, the radio shows, after they've gone out on Radio Yaitsa. Then we put them up on the internet and have a listen. And this season, the theme of it is prayer, and looking at what it means to pray and what the Bible tells us about praying. Jesus' disciples said to him, "Teach us how to pray." There's an element of prayer that probably does come naturally to all of us in difficult or dangerous situations, but there's also an element of things we can learn and things we can understand more, and we thought it'd be a great opportunity to kind of explore some of that. So one of the things that we decided for this season of shows about prayer is, let's have a section of the show where we try and create an atmosphere where people can reflect on what's being said by the person who's spoken on the theme. Let's read the Bible, let's pray, and let's create an atmosphere through a bit of music as well in all of that. And that part of the show we're also putting up on YouTube as a separate kind of video if you want to just jump into those. The title is Nauči naš moliti, Teach Us to Pray, and you can find those on the YouTube channel as well. And I hope that's really helpful. We always have a really good intention when we set out to record a season of the radio show that we're going to have a bunch in the can before we go to air, and there is not going to be kind of next week, and we never quite make it, and we're not in a bad position at the moment, and we are getting shows in the can, but right at the moment it's been a crunch of a week of like, let's really record this and let's do this. And so yeah, it's been a busy one for me down here editing radio shows, but it's really nice to see them going back out and to be back into that. One of the other things that's been going on down here this week has been me and Buddha getting together to talk about songs for Christmas concert in the church at the end of the year, obviously. And so we're kind of quite in a good place of being ahead on prep on this one. We want to play a bunch of the songs off Bukovec along with a few other songs as part of that evening, and probably acoustic. That's what we're working on. So like we had a session where it was me on this guitar, him playing another acoustic guitar, playing through the songs, seeing how that sounds, and then I'm also working on backing tracks. And I think we have talked about this before. So plan is that sometime soon we have a rehearsal where we sit down and there'll be me and Bud on acoustic guitars and Rowan playing the various instruments she plays as part of those songs, and Sanella singing as well, and we play and we see how that sounds, and then we play with backing tracks, and then Buddha would play drums, and I either would still play acoustic or I'd play electric guitar and see what sounds better for the environment. So that's one of the things we're working on. So as part of that, I went through and re-recorded all the bass parts for these backing tracks for the songs, because if we are going to use it in a more acoustic context, we were trying to play like less or lighter. There was a bunch of stuff on the album that just was kind of heavy or more complicated playing. That's fine in the context of the album where we can mix it and everything, but in the context of live performance, it was a little bit overplayed. Maybe it was overplayed anyway, who knows. I was the bass player, mate. So I was doing that on my bass guitar, which was a lot of fun and a good workout. And it's surprising when you just like playing back what you've already played, how much quicker it is to do that than when you're coming up with the parts and writing it all. Because basically I did 2 sessions each of like an hour or so, and I'd recorded all 10 songs, which is a lot quicker than when we made the album. But that's good, that's progress. So I have a list on a bit of paper here of things I'm trying to do today. Obviously I'm not going to get all of them done, but it is a wish list of work I'd like to finish. So I need to crack on and at least do some of it. The first thing right now is to quickly edit together these Castra demos from the various bits that we recorded while that's still fresh in my mind. Then jump back into radio shows, get another one of those finished and sent to Dina for her to listen through to. And then we'll see. Then we'll see what happens after that. So that's it for this week's vlog. Thanks very much for watching. Do give us a big thumbs up for making demos and other things here in the studio. Do leave a comment or question if you want to know more, and do remember that together we do adventure. We'll see you next time.